Restaurants and bars, you may be eligible for valuable tax credit. In fact, many businesses like yours are missing out thousands of dollars in tax savings every year. Hi, I'm Matt Ahn, EA with Ahn Company. Today, we're talking about the FICA Tip Credit. Let's break down what it is, who qualifies, and how it works. Let's dive in. The FICA Tip Credit allows certain employers to reclaim their payroll tax dollars. Specifically, it allows you to claim a tax credit for the employer portion of Social Security and Medicare taxes on employee tips. Then, who qualifies? The FICA Tip Credit is primarily available to businesses such as restaurants and bars, cafés, food trucks, and under the new One Big Beautiful Bill Act, beauty and personal care businesses like salons, barbershops, and spas. To qualify, employees must earn enough in wages and tips to bring them above the federal minimum wage. The credit applies only to the portion of the tips that exceed the federal minimum wage, not state or local minimum wage. Here's how it works. For the employers, you pay 7.65% in FICA taxes on employee wages and reported tips. The FICA Tip Credit gives you a dollar-for-dollar tax credit for the employer portion of Social Security and Medicare taxes on qualifying tips. And remember, tax credit is way stronger than a deduction. For example, if you owe $20,000 in income taxes and you get FICA Tip Credit of $10,000 and your tax bill drops to $10,000. For many restaurants, this is the largest tax credits available each year. Let me walk you through an example. An employee works 100 hours at $5.85 per hour, making $585 in wages and reports $450 in tips. The federal minimum wage basis is $7.25 per hour, which is $725 for 100 hours. Wages paid $585. Tips are not creditable will be $725 minus $585 equals $140. Then tips reported $450. Therefore, creditable tips will be $450 minus $140 equals $310. Now multiply that creditable tips by 7.65%. That gives you a FICA Tip Credit of $23.72 just for one employee. And this adds up real quick across your entire staff. Now, here's an important takeaway. The FICA Tip Credit depends on the tips reported to you, the employer, and included in payroll. It doesn't depend on what employees report on their individual tax return. The IRS designed this credit to help businesses reduce payroll taxes while encouraging proper tip reportings. Proper documentation is the key. It's a non-refundable credit, which means it directly reduces your business's federal tax liability. And if you can't use the full credit in 1 year, you can carry it back 1 year or forward for up to 20 years, so you don't lose out. Still not sure? That's okay. This is where having a tax professional in your side makes a huge difference. I'm an EA specialized in small business taxes, working with creative modern entrepreneurs just like you. If you want to talk more about FICA Tip Credit, schedule your free tax discovery call today. We'll make sure you save more with confidence. The link's in the description below. Here's a quick note on no tax on tips provision under Trump's new OBBB Act. This benefits employees by allowing them to deduct up to $25,000 of tip income from federal income taxes. Please note, this does not eliminate Social Security or Medicare taxes. Tips are still subject to FICA payroll taxes. I'll cover this topic in a separate video. To summarize, the FICA Tip Credit can save thousands in taxes for restaurants and bars and other tip-based businesses. It applies to employer portion of Social Security and Medicare taxes on tips above the federal minimum wage. When claimed properly, it's one of the most powerful credits available to your business. Okay, that was all I have for today's topic. If you have any questions around your taxes, feel free to reach out. I have my contact info in the description below. If you find this video interesting, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.